What's up, Pirates? Ray Talks here with Awaken TCG, and today we have a banger video for you guys. Everyone has been asking me, where's the Katakuri matchup? How do you play Katakuri matchup? Can you show us Katakuri gameplay? And so now we're going to be doing that exactly. We're onto our round 6 of our undefeated run, 9-0 at the Coretcg Online Regional. And we are going first, actually. We lost the dice roll, and so we're going first against the Katakuri. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Yeah, so the Katakuri finally gets his hand. Let's go ahead and speed it up real quick. Boom. So there you go. You see my fist bump. I always like to do that for some reason. Anyways, we're going first. That means the Katakuri is on curve. So for us to win this, we're going to have to put some pressure onto the Katakuri. How long is this video? 18 minutes? That's fine. We'll run it through. The other one was like a 30-minute video, so I sped it up. But this one should be okay. So turn one, unless I don't have what I need in hand and I have a Buena Festa, I'm going to Buena Festa almost always on turn one. Especially even if I do have a play, but I want to set up my next play, I go ahead and run it anyway. Those Buena Festas are really good at setting up your turns. And so I swing 5 and have 3 Dawn open. So let's see what he opts to do. So he opts to take it at 5. Interesting is, it's a low swing. Some categories like to block that. So for 3 Dawn, I go Nami. Very standard, no search. I pass turn and put 2 Dawn up. So the thing here is when you verse Katakuri, you kind of want to flood board and be as aggro as possible. And sometimes that's easier said than done, right? But basically that is the game plan. Everyone asks me, what's the game plan? How do I play against Katakuri? It's just that, be as aggro as possible. And so the Katakuri swung 5 at me and I went and took. I like being able to see my cards and being able to have a turn already in my hand for my next turn, if that makes sense. This whole tournament I was playing very aggro, aggressive, and taking life aggressively as well. As you can see, my opponent here, he goes for a pudding search. Does he know what he's gonna grab? He grabs a 2K Amande, and then he goes Pero for 3, which is pretty decent turn too. You can't complain. So now it is my turn, back to me. I go ahead and play Nami, or I swing with Nami, use the Nami effect, and I grab a Uta. So already that Nami has gotten me 2 cards, or 1 card. I forgot. I didn't search on play because I was at 3 Dawn. Anyways, so he blocks out the first hit, and then I swing another 5 and he takes it. These 2 early swings are massive. And then I go ahead and I had another Nami in hand. I think I got it actually out of life here. So I was able to play the Nami back to back, which is amazing. And not only that, I got to search again. So we have the Buena Festa in hand. This Katakuri cannot clear units like the standing Nami other than like Thunderbolt, but that just puts you in a worse position in my opinion so early on. You kind of only want to ever Thunderbolt for lethal if you're Katakuri. So now it is basically my turn to play because I have 2 Dawn up for an event, right? So that's what I love about being able to always have 2 Dawn active is you get to play on your opponent's turn and they have to deal with whatever you decide to use, how you protect yourself. And so here I spiderweb for 4 and I restand the Nami. Now 1, he can't attach 1 Dawn to his Katakuri and swing at it again, so I use 1 card to save myself 2 hits at the Nami, which I would have to give him 2 cards. So as you can see now, he is swinging 7 at my life. I was going to go down to 2 life anyway. So, a play like that is amazing. Or if it was like a Union Armada to save that Nami there. Now for my next turn, I have 3 swings that the Katakuri has to deal with. And this is how you slowly whittle down a Katakuri. If you just have the cards that you need, you're able to play a nice board and you're protecting your units, then you're going to be in a good spot. And so as you can see here, Katakuris love to go tall. He uses 5 Dawn for 1 big monster, which is totally fine. But now I'm at my 7 Dawn turn, and you know what that means, right? It's game time. And so let's go ahead and wait and see what I actually do here. So that's kind of just me giving you guys a little bit of insight while my turn is barely developing here. But even without knowing exactly what I do here, there's 2 options really. I'm at 7 Dawn, so I'm either going to Luffy Uta, because I did search Uta, we know that, or I'm going to search, swing heavy, and get him down low in life. usually okay, so maybe since I grabbed that Luffy, maybe I didn't have a Luffy to play that turn, which is fine though, because regardless, I'm gonna be able to search. And so as soon as he takes that 5k life, that's ding ding ding, like my brain's going off. Like he just took down a 2 life, swing aggressive now, make him use his cards, play super aggressive. So I swing 7 and I don't use the effect again. Why? Because I'm gonna play the Uta Raw. So I'm swinging 7 and he's going to block out, right? Because he just took the first 5k and then I swing another 5. So at this point, he's either going to give me a third card or he's going to go down to 1 life, right? So I'm putting in this Katakuri. Obviously, I'm playing my turn a little unconventionally. I swung with the first Nami Search, so he's probably thinking I'm going to just do the same with the second and he'll block for 1 card and be okay. That is not what happened. Obviously, my turn was played out because I didn't have a Luffy. Otherwise, I might have just Luffy'd. I would have thought about the turn a little bit more. But Nami swung 5. He takes. As soon as he takes, I'm playing aggro. I'm swinging 7, try to get another life. And so then as soon as I swing that 5, he goes and gives me a 2k on a 5k swing. Gave me 3 cards. That's 5k worth of counter. 3 cards out of his hand like this. And so I play the Utara. And for the reason is, he has 2 units I can Uta. So I can Uta, rest either the Pero or rest either the Randolph, which gives me value instantly. Instantly gives me value because that's 1 whole swing I'm getting rid of. And then I can Union Armada the Uta. I can restand the Uta. I can, do a lot of things to save the Uta if I would like to. And so the Katakuri is in a real bad spot because he's at 8 Dawn, right? 8 Dawn is Katakuri turn. He has 2 options. Try to clear my board, which is going to prove to be rather difficult because I have a Uta on board, or he can play an 8-drop and give me another life, like put the Uta in life or put a Nami in life, or he can play 8-drop and put, probably his pudding back into life so he can get that back and search again. So he has a good amount of options here. So he ends up going swinging 7 instantly. As you can see, I'm on the odd turns, right? I'm 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So next turn I'm going to 9. So I can't play 10 cost anyway. So whenever you're going first and you're turn 1, or just going first in general, you can always do 1 Dawn minus before your 10 cost turn and you'll still be on the same curve. So here I had the luxury of being able to do the Dawn -1 with the Uta and not affect my 10 cost curve. Still, threaten that curve on him at 10 Dawn, which is scary. And so block, Punt Gibson to save the Uta, and then I rest the Pero. And so he wants to use his 8 Dawn, right? So I know he's going to swing 5. I know 100% what he's doing when he's swinging raw like that. He wants to play his 8-drop, so that's why I protected the Uta there with an event. Because I know either A, he's going to have to use a Dawn to swing harder, and then he can't play 8-drop, which is going to falter and make his board weaker. Or 2, he's just going to play the 8-drop regardless, and I can block for a 1k. So all of this is going through my head right now. And of course, I go ahead and block out the 5k, give him a 2k. I probably had cards in my hand that I wanted to keep that were 1Ks, which don't ever feel bad doing. If there's a certain play you're gonna make next turn, and he's swinging like a 5K and you need a 1K, but you have a 2K available, just throw out the 2K. Throw out the 2K, play your turn out, especially when you're playing aggro. And so here he Katakuris, and then as you can see, he puts his own pudding right here. He puts his own pudding right here, over here, puts his own pudding back into his life, and then he goes ahead and passes it to me. So at this point, I'm in a great spot, right? He does have 3 life, but as you can see his hand, he has 5 cards in hand. So I'm about to swing 4 times. Listen to me, 4 times at him. 4 times. He's going to have to block out everything. And so his hand's going to go down. So I have 4 swings. If he blocks 4 times, he has 1 card in hand. Obviously, maybe some of my swings are going to be a little harder, but yeah, I'm just playing super aggro here. So I swing 5 and he takes. So I personally believe that them low 5K swings, sometimes you just got to counter out, even if it's a 2K in this matchup if you're the Katakuri player. But for the most part, maybe he needs those cards. Maybe he wants to save them. I'm not sure, but I'm playing. As you can see, guys, I'm playing super aggro, and this is how you win. I'm off curve. He got second, so the Katakuri is on curve, but I'm just pressuring him in a way where he has to cough up cards. And when you make the Katakuri player do that, the thing that happens is they can't play their turns how they like. Sometimes they have to give you a card they don't want to. Sometimes they try to save something that they shouldn't, and it hinders them Excuse me. And so as you can see, I'm even swinging with my Uta. I swung another 5, and so he gives me another card. There goes his searcher. He has 4 cards in hand. I'm swinging again. Why am I swinging again? Because you need to pressure the Katakuri. I'm not going to stop saying this. If you want to beat the Katakuri, you just got to pressure them. So I've been doing testing on a new list that I can't reveal yet because I'm going to be playing at Pasadena, and it's still in the works. Obviously, I end off my turn by going Luffy into Nami, and I grab a 2K. Beautiful turn. Like, I pressured him crazy. But yeah, I'm not going to stop saying this, guys. You guys need to rush the Katakuri. Obviously, this is a perfect example on what to do. You swing, leave your units vulnerable. It is okay. Your purple Doffy, your green purple Doffy with an event every single turn, right? So as you can see, I'm seeing my cards. Obviously, I didn't have the Luffy on curve, but as long as you have an event where you can make a play and you make that proper play and save a unit that you can have next turn to swing again, it's amazing. So now he is at his 10 Don turn, and let me go ahead and pause it real quick. Obviously, we know he's going for a pudding. So he's not 10 momming. But look at the board state. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 swings. I have 6 swings available. People said, I don't know if it was in the stream or the commentators, they're like, oh, the Katakuri didn't see any 10 moms, huh? If the Katakuri 10 moms here, all I have to do is block out a 5K swing, a 5K swing, a 7, and an 8. Guess what I'm doing? I'm using my whole hand and I'm protecting every single one of my units, and then I have lethal regardless. He does have like 4 cards in hand, 4 or 5 cards in hand. Let's check how much. He has in hand. So he searches a 2K. Let me see. How many cards does he have in hand? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looked like 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's say he has 5 cards in hand. If he would have it would technically be 4 cards. Or 5 cards. He would have the pudding in hand, but then he would drop down to 10 mom. So he'd be at 4 cards because he wouldn't search one. So he would be at 4 cards with 2 life and nothing to show for it. Right? I would just need 3 hits to hit, and I have 6 swings. You're telling me I'm not going to be able to go 7 with Nami, give me 2 cards. Now he's down to 2 cards. 7 with Nami, let's say he has it, gives me 2 cards. Now he's at 0 cards. I just swing. Right? I would still have 6 done up by the time I got rid of his hand. So people say, oh, he didn't play a 10 mom on curve. Even if he did, I probably have lethal here. So that's why you got to put him into these positions where even if they can 10 mom on curve, they're so low on life that you can still just swing for lethal. Afterwards, I think we talked about it. He's like, no, I didn't have a 10 mom. This is the one game I didn't have a 10 cost either. Imagine right here on his next turn, he swings, and then guess what I do? I block out. I can let 1 unit die because I'm going to replace it with a 10 cost. I Doffy his whole board, and that's game, So, my bad. I went off on a tangent. I don't like Katakuri. I hope to see many of them. Because I definitely have some text for the Katakuris. So, hopefully I do run into a lot of the Katakuris, definitely punish them. Obviously they can. The one thing Katakuri does have is the casino. If you hit 5 out of 5 triggers, let's say you hit 6 out of 6 triggers because you big mommed. As you can see there, I'm so confident on how fast I took that life. He goes 7 mom. Look how fast. Look, it touches the board. 1, 2, not even a second. I already know what's happening. I already know what time it is. I'm not losing this turn. You just use most of your Dawn on a 7 mom. I have enough protection in my hand. As you can see, I have a nice stack. But yeah, the one thing Katakuri does is he can just trigger you to a win. It's at the end of the day, it's a deck where piloting it doesn't matter as much as your luck. Your luck will get you a lot farther than being the perfect Katakuri player, right? Because at the end of the day, you could be the perfect Katakuri player and see 0 triggers, and then you're kind of stuck with this vanilla style type deck, right? Where you can see a 10 mom and hope for the best. But yeah, I personally, I don't think 10 mom should be restricted. There's definitely a lot of answers to Katakuri. You just got to find them. It's as simple as that. You guys got to find them. And then obviously here I'm playing super aggro. He swung 7 at me, so I give him the Luffy and a 1K. I may have a spider web in hand. So his next swing, I'm gonna block out heavy and spider web. So let's go ahead and see what he does. My opponent is thinking here, and he just goes 5 with Punk. He goes 5 with Pero. 5 with Pero, probably at one of my units here, trying to make sure that he doesn't die next turn. And so I just take. Why do I take? And this is a great explanation that a lot of people don't do. We're coming up on 16 minutes. I'm going to keep it short. I take a 5K swing. Now, he's probably thinking, maybe I should go for lethal this turn. Next turn's not looking good. Let me go for lethal instead of going for his board. Now, instead of having to cough up a lot of cards for my units, like right there, I saved 1 card and got 1 extra card into my hand to protect my units now with. So he's gonna try to go for lethal, but obviously I searched endlessly with Namis and I have a lot of hand because I took the 4 life out of or I took the 4 cards out of life and put them in my hand already, and so then I block the 7K swing with the spider web and I go restand the Luffy. So now this big swing I can just perfectly block it out, don't matter, boom, give him a Luffy. 4K to Luffy, which brings him to 11. He swings 10. Now I have a full board. He has 4 cards in hand. Does the Katakuri win? Solve this puzzle. 10 Dawn up. You have 6 swings. Solve this puzzle. Can you do it? Like, it's simple. It's simple. I'm swinging 9 just so I can guarantee the win here. He wants to give me 3 cards. That's beneficial for me because I see now that he won't have any cards in hand. If he takes, I just go all in and it's game. Yeah, so as you can see here, he gets a Sanji trigger, which obviously is good for me because not only that, I don't know if you saw, he trashed a 2K, which lets me know he has all 2Ks in hand, and then that allows me to play around the 4 2Ks, right? So I know he has 2Ks in hand, so now I'm swinging 7s. All right, you're going to give me 2 cards, and they're going to be perfectly wasted 2K because you have to give me 2 cards, and you have all 2Ks, right? So as soon as he trashed that 2K with the Sanji, I already knew. All I have to do is swing 7s, and it's game over. So I swung the first 7. He blocked right away. I swing the second 7. He gives me 2 cards, the 2 2Ks, because I know he trashed the 2K, so he has all 2Ks. Swing 7 again, gives me another 2 2s, and that's game. Masterful performance by me. I hope you guys still don't think, and don't tell me in the comments talking about, oh, if he had 10 bomb on curve, it would have been different. I perfectly broke down the situation with him having 10 bomb and me having 6 swings, regardless of the outcome. Okay, maybe he has that Sanji and it goes an extra turn, but I'm not losing that next turn. I am not losing. Like, you saw the kind of board I had. I would have played it safe. I would have slowly swung at him, with the least amount of Dawn I would have needed. So I probably would have done a couple of 5s just to test the waters first. If he kept giving me 2Ks, I would have been okay with that. I would have probably done 1 bigger swing and then maybe played a Luffy again and then another blocker. Then I would have had like 2 or 3 blockers up, and he would have had given me his whole hand, and he would have been down to 1 life, maybe 0 life. And so people say like it would have changed the outcome. Yes, obviously he did a whole different play. It would have changed the outcome. But in my eyes, from my perspective, the way that the game was headed, if he 10 bombed there, he would have been in an even more vulnerable position, and he would have lost the game regardless. So say what you want. Anyways, I kind of went off. This Katakuri player was amazing, though. I think he made 1 misplay when I swung 5. He took. I swung 7. He blocked out the 7. He should have blocked the first 5 when I swung 7, just took, and then blocked the second 5. He gave me an extra card because he blocked out the 7 and then blocked out the 5 again. He could have just blocked the 2 5s instead of the 7. But regardless, he played amazing. I saw my cards. I didn't even need to see 10 costs. Just play aggro. Play aggressive. Know how to protect your cards. That's the matchup for Katakuri. And then it gets even easier with a different list. But I can't talk about that too much. I'll have to let you guys know after Pasadena. I mean, obviously, if I do well in Pasadena, you guys will see the list. But that is going to be it for this video. We have a live giveaway going on right now. Go ahead and go to our channel. It's just a 1,000 subscriber giveaway. We're giving a whole booster box and a whole bunch of items. Don't forget to comment on that video for a chance to win. We're having a live stream on Saturday at 12 p.m. PST. to pick the winners. It is US only. I forgot to mention that, but it is a pinned comment. US only shipping. We will, our international fans will for sure get you guys going as soon as we start making a little bit of money off the channel, because this first giveaway is all out of pocket. We have over 200, I think it's like $300 worth of items that we're giving away, and so make sure to watch that video and comment down below. Comment down below what your thoughts are on this matchup. Comment down below your honest thoughts. Who do you think wins this matchup? I have a strong opinion. I personally believe that Doffy wins this matchup, but I want to know your thoughts. Subscribe to our channel, like this video, run it up for me. I love you guys. Thanks for all the support. I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.